everybody, this is Evie Brody. I am working on a number of things and wanted to show you some stuff today. I'm not completely ready to show a bunch of stuff, but I thought I just maybe should say what's coming up. I want to do a review, I want to do a review of the Full Perm Fair that I'm in. I mean to go down there after it opens on Friday, one of the days this weekend, and do a review, quick look around, tour of it real quick. But right now people are still setting up, so I can't do that today. Another thing that I'm looking into is doing the I wanted to try out the viewer Black Dragon, and because I've seen some vloggers do some pretty cool stuff with it and are showing how they use it for, especially for photography in Second Life, and I really want to see how good it performs on like my gaming PC, which is already better than this one, and just to see what it if I can deal with the interface, because I'm used to Firestorm. I'm used to customizing everything exactly the way I want it, and I heard that people were, I don't know, it's not for everyone apparently. So I'll see how that goes when I get it downloaded maybe later today, and see if I got to get a handle on it before I can do a tutorial on it, or even like I'd be scared to open it and just run blind with it. Meanwhile, the other day I got AnyPose. It was kind of expensive. I think it was yeah, that's how much it was. And but I had a conundrum. I was making this protest sign, and had to be rigged for Animesh, and I wanted to hold my arm up. The pose I had is really stuck the arm in front of the face. So you get on these pose stands if you want to make your own animation. You get on the pose stand that it gives you, and then you can move your avatar around like by bone, and move each arm, move each part. I don't want to mess this one up. This is the one I have the sign in. You adjust your body around with this HUD here, and then when you're done, you like the pose that it's in, you can save it as a BVH, and it poops out to this website where you can save it, and it's really neat looking. Let's see if I can show this real quick, because it has all the hands. See if I can get a hold of this. It has all the possible bento hands, is things that you can upload your hand to have. So you're like picking what hand you want each thing to have and naming it, and then you can get it as a file and then put it back in SL as your own animation. So, but what I was doing with it, and this is probably very unorganized, I made this guy, I made the pose hold my sign, brought it back in with the fist animation on, and saved it. What you do also is disable joints that you don't want. I disabled all the joints. Went through and clicked all these and disabled every one of them except for this one, and this one that's involved in holding this sign. And that way it didn't affect it didn't affect anything else when it was brought back into Second Life. So you can walk around holding this protest sign. It's not going to make your legs do wonky things or this other arm do anything. It doesn't affect your head, doesn't affect your neck. It just holds this arm. And when I uploaded it as a priority 4, so it's going to override most walking animations and stuff, so like if you put it in. And the reason why I did that was for full perm animation, Animesh people, which is my booth that is currently over there in the full perm fair, where I have animated, where I have rigged items like the sign and knives and hammers and toilet plungers and all kinds of things. I've rigged them, and then people can use them in their Animesh creations and have like protesters outside of a place, or whatever you want to call, whatever you want to use it for. So it's like, you know, if you have an Animesh companion or something and you want it to be, you know, holding a drink. I just recently did drinks, stuff like that. Then Animesh characters have to hold rigged things, or they don't really hold them. It just kind of like, sometimes they just stay, you know, the object will stay static while your Animesh character is moving around. So almost everything that's attached to one of those guys, one of those Animesh characters, has got to be rigged as well. And a lot of people, I don't know whether they realize that or what have you. And then I'm running into, I still can't believe that people don't know how to rig. So I'm not the greatest at it, but I hold my own, and I'm getting a lot of requests. So that's where I am with that project. And I'll show in the upcoming review that I wanted to do with the full perm fair, like my booth and what's going on over there. And everything there at the full perm fair is, you know, by creators. I don't know how familiar people are with the full perm fair. It's been going on since, I mean, I can remember it way back. You can go in there and buy full permission items and then resell yourself. So creators that just do textures or something like that, they can go there and buy mesh. People that are looking, you know, they have mesh and they need textures, you can go in there and buy full permission textures, and a lot of really good artists in that. It's really kind of a cool place, and I'm really glad Up for Dawes is still doing it, even though I don't think he's in SL that much anymore. He just comes in for these events, and so that's what I aim to show. But since I said, you know, people are just setting up right now, I'm going to do that. I don't know. It starts on the 6th, and I'll be DJing that day. We'll see what we can do. Maybe I'll film around for a while and get my video out whenever I got the time. Meanwhile, this AnyPose thing, sorry, I got distracted. This AnyPose thing is really handy. Not only does it do this, where you can make your own poses. Let me stand up and get rid of this thing. This just basically, like if you got this shoulder here and you want to, let's see, it's kind of backwards. I mean, I've seen some people making events videos already on YouTube, and people showed it. It's, you know, a lot of you kind of feel like you're going backwards from, you know, what it should naturally be. You click this and it goes the opposite way of what you think is what I meant. You can adjust almost, you know, all these points on the body, you can duplicate them to be, you know, done on both sides. You can change this whole expression side seems to be for just system bodies. And the hands, though, you can preview what it's going to do. It can say our right hand fist. That's what I need. You can see what it's going to do in world, but it doesn't. It definitely doesn't show all of the ones that are on that downloady page. And you can change your eyes. You looking cross-eyed, left, right, up, down. You know, I don't need that. It is a really good tool when you're trying to take pictures and make poses and stuff in Second Life. So, I mean, you can do all that. Another thing, probably the most amazing thing that it does, is you can grab an animation that you already have, and why in the heck? Okay. You can grab a pose that you already have. Let me find one. I'm just grabbing one random. I have no idea what it is. And this is somebody else's pose. This is by Iconic. Probably not even a good one. Find me a good one. And I have adjusted this before myself. While you're in it, you have it playing like so. You can grab a hold of a bone and totally move yourself. I'm trying to figure out. Oh, I have to switch to live. You have to be in live. And then let's see. Oh, I moved. It's kind of hard to see what you're doing. I need to try this one. Adjustments, you see? And I've been able to, I moved the leg on this one originally. It was pretty cool. Like, say, I didn't want to look like I was standing in front of a wall or whatever. I was able to move that leg. I think it was the hip I needed to move out. Yay! You can even move your center of gravity, but I haven't messed around. Oh, you have to be on the pose stand in order to move the bottom. To move your spine, like the middle. I was able to adjust one of these poses and make it look really cool. But let's say, you know, you wanted to no. Did I mess it up? Oh well, I think I messed it up. So you can totally annihilate and change existing poses, make something completely different while you're doing it live, right? But you can't export this. It's not your animation. So, I mean, that's the sad part. I mean, it'd be really amazing if you could just, you know, edit somebody else's and come up with something new, but then people would steal. So, basically, the ability to change things in SL is kind of limitless. And there's other programs that are like that, I believe, and even more intricate. There's one that involves like posing a dummy, from what I could see. And it's also got something to do where it's compatible with this one. So anyway, this is just a layman's run through. I was really impressed. I was able to make the animation for holding the sign. I was able to make it, and I actually remember what I did with the actual pose. Sign. Hey. Oh, I think she uploaded somewhere. Oh my goodness. That. So I was able to totally make this pose from scratch on this stand, upload it, and then, you know, it works with my sign. It overrides everything. The reason why it was so important to have this pose was because I was going to use it for Animesh. Generally, it would have worked also if you were going to, you know, you need to be holding something, you need a pose for it. And it's, I mean, it's so infinite. You know, the world is infinite, so what you need today for this item is going to be different pose that you need for the next thing. So this was really cool, and it gave me the creator rights on it, gave me the creator ability to do that and put with my full permission stuff. So thumbs up for the AnyPose system. I know, I'm sorry, I was really rambling there. So it comes with like 10 different stands that you're asking, you know, they're numbered. So I didn't want to change this first one. It's got my sign pose in it in case I wanted to make changes. You can totally reset them and, you know, start again. But these things will remember what you have in them. Also, you can put somebody else on there and pose them. You can puppet other people with these things. You can even puppet other people live animations. It'll ask them for permission for you to do it, but yeah, you can, like, I have done photo sessions before with my friends. We were trying to, like, pictures for my products and stuff where there's more than just me there, and I was constantly having to jump up, have my friends jump on and off the pose balls while I moved them around, and oh my God, it was a nightmare day. I remember when we were trying to do the tattoo, the last tattoo I made, and it was just really rough, and this thing would have made it so much easier. I could have just clicked on my friends and changed them around without all the insanity that we had to suffer through that day. And I mean, yeah, this thing's been out for a while, and I was just, you know, unaware, oblivious. So what else was I gonna say? so far everything's been pretty mellow lately. I rented this sim around New Year's and was afraid that the rent was too good to be true, and that's holding up. Knock on wood, literally. That they haven't changed the prices on me. I've been told, well, I had read a couple of things going back in the history of time that they had lured people in with cheap prices and then raised them up. But so far, yeah, knock on wood, like I said, seriously, I have not experienced that yet. And I'm really kind of happy with that. I'm not rich right now, or actually, the problem is I need to be exporting my Linden dollars into real life to support myself, and a lot of my profit right now is going back into having my own place like this, but it is wonderful for my sanity because I have absolute control over my place, and mainland seems to just be a evil cluster of I don't know what. I can't even explain the vibe that I get. I was never that lucky on mainland that I didn't have, a neighbor or something that was doing something bad. I remember even back in Keys when we had the beach diner, there was a guy on the corner that had these pervy cabins where all this sex stuff was going on in the cabins, and then and it was on like regular general land. I mean, it wasn't even supposed to have anything adult going on, and those people were overflowing out of the cabins over to my land and hitting on me and my friends, and thinking that we were hookers or something. I mean, it was awful. And we complained to the Lindens and nothing got done, and it was pretty icky. So yeah, mainland, thumbs down. I'm thinking, I'm better off paying for my sanity over here. I mean, there's been, 16 years. My res day will be coming up, and I will have been here 16 years. So I have seen, like every possible scenario you can possibly imagine on mainland with neighbors and every drama you can think of, and I got tired of it. I'm done. I keep seeing, I'm only coming here to create, and I stay on my own, in my own little world, unless it's like 50 Linden Friday, and I go out and I go see if there's anything that I absolutely need to have, and I try to be social every now and then with my buddies. It's just not, it's not that important to me right now. Creating and making sure that I'm keeping the upkeep on my land and my responsibilities. I also have applied for a Pig-U fair that's going on in July, and I've put that one off onto the back burner because I don't have the new Pig-U update buddy yet, and when I finally do, it's going to be a lot of work to get her, to figure out what I want to make. It just seemed like it was so far out in the future that I wasn't concentrating on that yet. And I get a lot of people coming to my shop and looking for the Pig-U stuff, and there's only like one outfit up there. And but I made it for June and Jamie, and that's it. I mean, I've had people come into my shop and go, "What? That's all there is?" And I'm like, "Yeah, that's I got all excited about it for a minute, and there wasn't that many creators, so I did list Pig-U in my shop description when it's, out or on search. So I really need to get going on that stuff too. Mostly my alt that everybody knows Drew is sporting one of those avatars right now, and she's not even got the updated version. I'm really looking forward to seeing what I can do texture wise. I did make a hair base for her because the original one, the original Piggy did not have a hair base, and so I was altering the skin to have a hair base on it, and but that was rough. It was kind of bad. It was so bad that I couldn't sell it. So that's that. Anyway, I'm just rambling on now. I'm trying to think of what else. I will come back in here in a day or so and go around the full perm fair maybe and show what's there and all the different booths, and maybe right before it opens or something. So those bloggers usually do. I'll just go and have a peek around and see, but I don't know about getting my video out in time for it to be a sneak peek. It goes on for 2 weeks, so you would have plenty of time to, like, you know, if you thought there was anything you couldn't live without, you would have plenty of time to go and get whatever the heck I've reviewed, even if I was a little bit late. What else can I say? I've been thinking about doing some different things with Filmora, which, you know, I'm using to edit my videos together at the end. That's a lot of work. But there's always new tips and trade and tricks and things for Filmora that are mind-blowing. I just kind of throw it together with my intro screen and whatnot usually. So I've been thinking about redoing my intro because it kind of is, well, I think it's out of date for me with the Ace Cafe showing in the beginning, and I don't have that particular village setup like that nowadays. So I meant to do something new that's more personal to me and showing, you know, something that we're doing here or something. Okay, I've rambled on enough. This is silly and probably should have been omitted from the existence of. Yep. The Full Perm Fair has a. He's sending out notices to tell everybody you got 2 days left to get your stuff out. I really don't. Yeah, that's just. I don't normally make full permission stuff. I forgot to say that earlier. I don't normally do that, but because of the demand of the Animesh creators, that I just happen to bump into, I've been selling them full perm so that Animesh creators can use the tools for their companions and things that they're making. And so I got myself into a whole different field, and I thought, oh shoot, I should start a new shop. And I'm like, well, I don't want to start a new shop. I've got like 3 alts with shops right now, and I don't do enough with those. Actually 4, counting one I haven't even set up yet. So I've just put, oddly, in a rockabilly shop right in the front, you know, I used to have it jammed in a back room, just a vending machine that sells full permission tools for Animesh characters right next to a Piggy machine, which doesn't fit in either. So, as you can see, I mean, I got my irons in a lot of different fires, and I've gotten away from dead up rockabilly stuff. I mean, that dress that I made recently was pretty cool. And holographic, I've been really into the holographic stuff. I don't know if anybody's seen this. I'll show, if I can, real quick, what I had made. Let's see. We did. This is the face mask I made for a group gift the other day, being as, you know, that's popular, trendy. That's my group gift right now. Protest sign, you guys have seen that. But I made these dresses the other day. What I do with them. The holographic dress. And the luau dresses. Ooh, that's really big. These colors here. And oh, Valentine's dress that was first. I need to stick that in my past gift area, I believe. And then these holographic shoes. Now these I'm extremely proud of. And these are selling kind of across the board, not just to my rockabilly people, of course. So, yep, I'm all over the place now. So any questions, let me know. I try and answer everybody as best I can whenever I get them. And yeah, I hope it helps somebody. I'm sure I probably just glanced over it. If, you know, if you had any questions about AnyPose, there's some people on YouTube that's really got some good, I think it was that Cassie Middles gal. She did one on, I think it was her. Somebody did a really good one. For the AnyPose. I had it out a minute ago. AnyPose. Yeah, it was Cassie Middles, and yep. That one. I mean, that really helped me decide that I needed it. But she didn't have the full one where you can export and import your thing back in. So I just winged it on that one and ended up being, you know, the right thing to do. So, all right. I hope that helped somebody out there. And if it doesn't spark any of your, you know, maybe give you some ideas and show you, you know, what's coming up. I'm not really sure. Sometimes ideas just come out of left field around here and I have to go with it and I have no idea why. Okay. Take care, everybody. Thanks for watching. Like, subscribe, buy me a cup of coffee. All right. Bye-bye.